Hello, hello. I'm just getting everything set with my computer. Oh, hi, Kathy. How are you doing? Oh, it's so nice to have you here. I'm excited to be back live on Facebook. It's been a couple of weeks and it's just been absolutely crazy, but I'm feeling better and I'm so happy to be digging back into crafting and starting to get into holiday crafting. Hey everybody, welcome. Okay, so today we're going to be putting together the paper pumpkin kit. This is the November 2019 paper pumpkin kit winter gifts, and these are the images of the gift tags. I'm not going to put them all together, but I'll probably do one of each for the video because technically I am still a little bit slow at this. Shooting the videos that I do for YouTube. Thanks so much, Kathy. Yeah, it was really rough. I don't normally get sick that long, but it really had me down and out, I'll tell you. But yeah, so when I'm recording videos for YouTube, oh my gosh, if you knew how much footage I actually cut out before I posted it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the kit. So this is the box, super cute. Love, love, love everything about it. I'm going to just dig in. We're going to get some of the stuff out here. And as I go through, just know that whenever you get your paper pumpkin kit, on the back, it will tell you what your kit includes. And you can always just do a quick check. The very first time you get a paper pumpkin kit, I was just talking about this very recently, so I just wanted to mention it again. When you become a subscriber, the very first kit that you get, you will get your paper pumpkin block, and then that will be it. Every kit after that, you'll get a kit without a block, but initially they'll make sure that you have a block to use with your stamps. So I just tucked mine in the box just for the sake to show you what that would look like. But we have our ink spot and shaded spruce, which this is such a beautiful color, especially for the holidays. This one will be nice to work with. We have our ribbon and our embellishments and our adhesive, our mini dimensionals, and our stamp set. So let me see if I can show that to you. Really nice, versatile stamp set. A gift for you, love and joy, peace, to and from tags. That's one of the best stamps that you could have, in my opinion. Let It Snow, made with love. Any bakers out there or crafters, I do a lot of food gifts for the holidays. I don't know if anybody else does that. I make a lot of like cookie baskets. I've done like banana bread before and pumpkin bread and different things like that. And that would be a perfect tag for that. So those are the stamps. Oh, we got some silver sequins, which those are adorable. Ooh, and we also have some iridescent white sequins, which are really nice. Look at my nails. I am not meant to have painted nails. Okay, and then we get into our die cuts and our tags. So, oh, look at how cute these are. Look at that. I love paper pumpkin. I know it's a person to person thing. Look at the sleds. I think that this stuff is wonderful. The trees, the snowflakes, and it really, if you're having a hard time sort of getting into the holiday mindset, if you open up a kit like this, it really just changes the whole feeling, I'm telling you. And I used to work in retail, so I know what it's like when they turn on the Christmas music the day after Halloween, and sometimes it is a bit soon, but in the life of a crafter, especially if you're doing handmade gifts or handmade cards for the holidays, it is good to get a jump start on it. Look at this. Look at the cardinals. These are the pieces that we're going to be stamping on. Absolutely beautiful. I love that they did two kits back to back that coordinate. I think that that's amazing. And look at the deer. Oh my goodness, the reindeer. That is gorgeous. I love this kit. I actually didn't go through this. I just opened it right before I went live, so I haven't even looked through this myself yet. And then here we go with our little mini glue dots, and we'll be using those today too. All right, so we're going to go through our instructions and everything, but before I jump into the kit, there's just a few things that I want to mention, and I'm only going to mention it quickly so that we can jump in and actually make something fun for Christmas. But one thing is that we have an online sale, an extravaganza. I posted about it earlier today on Facebook, where you can get 15% off select stamp pads, bundles. You can get cardstock, which I need to order actually. So I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's select sets. I believe the neutrals, the regals, and then the ink colors for the cardstock and the ink pads and collections. But this is another thing I just wanted to reference quickly. They really have outdone themselves this year, Kathy. Stampin' Up is crushing it. They are making it wonderful and easy to shop. So I'm so happy for that. I totally agree. This is just an idea sheet of 25 products under $25. So if you are bargain shopping right now, if you are starting to get a jump on your holiday shopping, and for some people, they're probably already on their way to done, but so many wonderful stocking stuffers here, Secret Santa gift ideas. I would say, you know, definitely start to shop around and see what the crafter in your life might really love. You have options for treat boxes and punches and papers and ribbon, the Stampin' Blends, the rhinestones. So I just wanted to mention that quickly. And then I also wanted to mention the Christmas time suite. You could do the suite, you could do the bundle, you could do individual products while supplies last. And the coordinating colors are actually on sale right now. This is the gorgeous stamp set that comes with the Christmas time suite. If you were to get the entire suite, you would get the stamp set, you would get the dies, the papers, the bracelet, which, what a beautiful gift. I mean, honestly, the shimmer ribbon, and then also the glitter, the gold glitter enamel dots. So those are just two Christmas time ideas to think about. Paper pumpkin, I just wanted to mention, is also something that you could get under $25. If you subscribe by December 10th for the next kit, it will be there in time for Christmas. So let's go ahead and make these goodies. All right, so I'm gonna take a look at, they also give you alternative ideas here. They usually do a video where you can see them assembling it. And then of course they have their instructions here, and they have a measuring tool right here. So you're pretty much good. This is an all-inclusive kit. The only extras that I would recommend using with a paper pumpkin kit would be to have your paper snips or your scissors just on hand. It's always good to have those. If you want to have any extra blocks on hand, you can if you know you're going to be doing some serious stamping. The one block is all you need, but it's always good to have extras. And if you want any alternative adhesive, just to kind of speed things up sometimes, if you prefer your snail adhesive, you could absolutely use that, but they always include adhesive in the kit so that you can do it without having the extras needed. So what we're going to do is we're just going to follow the instructions here, and I'm going to go ahead and get my piece stamp. My microphone always picks up the crinkly sounds. I hope it's not too loud. I'm just going to adhere that to my block. Okay, and then it doesn't fall off. I'm going to open my little shaded spruce ink spot. I love the ink spots. I love collecting them. I love having them on hand. I often craft in another room in the house. All of my craft supplies and storage are in a different room from where I typically film, because I need a closed door sometimes, and this is an open space where all my storage is. So I love having the ink spots. It's so much easier to carry them around, so that's a good idea. And then if you have a younger crafter, you could always use the ink spots for them, you know, and give them the ink spots, and you keep your larger ink pads. Okay, So I'm just going to ink this up. The wonderful thing about the darker colors like shaded spruce is you can see right away that you have your stamp well inked. And now we're going to see where this goes. So it looks like they put peace on the one with the cardinal and the wood background. That's not the sled. There they are. Okay, so let's take a look at this. If you don't want to follow the instructions, if you just want to do your own thing with paper pumpkin, you are certainly welcome to do that. And it looks like they use this piece too. It looks like they used the white side. You could do either. I'm going to do this side. I think that's pretty. Okay. And then the very first time that you're using your stamps, especially if it's photopolymer, meaning that you can see through them, would just give it an extra second to transfer to the paper. And that looks great. All right, and then I'm gonna grab one of the cardinals. Okay, so we have cardinals, our ribbon. Looks like they use the thread too, and some little holly leaves there. I love the extra dimensionals too. You'll be well stocked if you stick with your subscription. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to get these pieces together. But what I'm going to do is while I'm stamping, let me just kind of get an idea for what the other ones are going to look like. And we'll sort of piece those together and we'll glue them all at the same time. So for that one, we're going to have a couple of sequins. That's so pretty. And then for the sled, let me grab one of those. So with these, whenever I call them die cuts, that just means that they pop right out of the paper. They're already pre-cut. I love that. This might be my favorite one. And the deer. So that is awesome. But it definitely depends on your style too. So we're going to get a deer, reindeer. That is a beautiful cutout, actually. All specialty too, with the foiling. Okay, so you can see with these little die cuts that sometimes they have these little extra pieces to be punched out. You can go ahead and just pop those out. That one is going to say, "Let it snow." So let me see if I'm still in frame here with these. I'm just going to set these up here as we go to assemble those. And let's look for "Let it snow." I actually love snow. I don't love driving in it. But if I'm in my house and I'm watching some Hallmark movies or putting together a card kit, I love snow. I don't know about you. We had our very first snow here, but it didn't really lay. I'm in Pennsylvania. And it was just so beautiful to look at out the window. And of course, it wasn't dangerous, so that's okay. But when the snow gets dangerous, I can certainly understand how it becomes a little more upsetting. So for "Let it snow," another good, like, quick note here for these is a lot of times the size of the stamp will dictate which ones you're going to be stamping on. And this one will look good, but you could always, if you prefer the little, the detailed cut ends, you could do that too. I'm going to stick with what Paper Pumpkin pre-designed. I have an extra block here, so I like to have those on hand. I'm going to use the Shaded Spruce for everything, but if you have a nice collection of inks and you want to coordinate your own colors, you can do that. Another thing that they put on the back of the instructions is the color coordination that they used so that you can coordinate it with the Stampin' Up! Products that you already have at home. They're wonderful with color coordination. Okay, Okay, so there's Let It Snow. Look at how crisp that is. I love the way that looks. So the coordinating colors, just to let everybody know, is Early Espresso, Pool Party, Real Red, and Shaded Spruce. Okay, so we have that. I'm gonna pop, looks like we have holly on most of these, so I'm gonna pop all those out at the same time. Now let's go ahead and get our tree. Our tree is gonna be on that longer tag. Looks like this right here. Oh, and the cute thing about this tag is that it actually loops through the top of the tree. That's adorable. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab this. I think I'm popping two out. I am. Oh, you guys. Okay, so there's that. And look at that tree. I love that. I love die cut. I love die cut anything. I also love easy. And that is one thing that you will definitely have with paper pumpkin. I had recently done a video on like 10 reasons why I love paper pumpkin, because I really do truly love it. This one is A Gift for You. So let me grab that one. Okay, I'm just going to switch these out. And that is going to go on, let me see. Looks like it goes on this one that comes right on the bottom here. Okay. And I'm just going to ink this up with my Shaded Spruce. I'm standing up so while I'm filming this so that I can make sure that this is all looking the right way. Hey Teresa, hello, hello. All right, so let me, all right, so same thing, I'm just going to let that transfer for just a minute. All right, A Gift for You. It looks like we're going to have some of our snowflakes with this particular one. So I'm going to pop out a couple of my snowflakes. Okay. And we're going to do sequins on that. There's a little red piece in the background here. I'm going to have to find that. Here it is. So we're going to use that for this one. Okay. Right, and then this is the last one that we're going to do. So here is our red tag, and it actually already has that design element right in the middle. That's all one sheet, which is nice. But if you were going to do layering pieces, you could always do the layering pieces right over top. We're going to use one of our big snowflakes for this one. Now, whenever you're popping out die cuts that are a little bit on the thinner side or the more delicate side, like a snowflake, I would say just be patient. These come out pretty easily, but you don't want to just yank it out so that you don't rip it. And of course, you know, in the world of crafting, you can always fix your mistakes, but it's always good to be on the cautious side. Okay, and then this one is going to actually say Love and Joy. We're going to be using this one for Love and Joy. I'm going to try to do some alternatives with this kit and have a follow-up on this so that you can see. Alternatives have been on my list to do with the paper pumpkins, and I haven't really gotten around to it. So I hope to definitely do that before Christmas with this kit. I come up with like a content list and plan the products that I have to use. The next up will be the hashtag Elfie set, which I don't know if you have that, but oh my gosh, is it cute. And I think that the images, the designer who had, the artist who had actually designed that set, the elf, I think the elf looks like my little boy. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get it, because I just thought it was so cute. I just recently used the Yummy Christmas, which is the gingerbread house, and I love that set. So I'm just inking up, and I'm going to see how this looks. Let's take a look. Okay. Just going to give that a second. This is a stamp that it's actually more the shaded spruce. So we just want to give that a second. Love it. Okay. So that will be the Love and Joy. All right, and then it looks like we just need to thread our ribbon, add some sequins, and assemble everything. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to close up my shaded spruce so I don't get it everywhere. Okay, so let's start with this one. What I'm going to do is I would actually like both my snowflake and my sentiment to be raised up off, just to give it a little bit more dimension. So we are going to use the mini dimensionals for that. The easiest way to get to your mini dimensionals, in my opinion, is to just bend it and let them pop up. I had not painted my nails for a very long time before I started doing these demonstrations, I will admit to you. And when I started painting my nails to make them look better, and of course I'm doing it myself, I destroyed my nails. And I have them like cut down to the nib, and they are still giving me a hard time, and I am not used to not having nails to like get these adhesive backers off and everything. So you can always use scissors or take your pick tool, but I'm still using the little bit of nails that I have left. So let's just get these on. I do want to put one in the middle too. Okay, I think I got them all. Just want to make sure it doesn't show through your snowflake. I'm going to center it. Some people like to do things off center, which is totally cool, but I am what my grandmother used to call a picture straightener, so I definitely like things centered. And let's see, I'm going to add a few here, just enough to give it some security. You'll have plenty of these left over, so don't be afraid to use your adhesive. You could always get more later, but if you, like I said, if you have multiple paper pumpkin kits, see what I mean? That would never have happened if I had nails. If you have multiple paper pumpkin kits, you're going to have leftover adhesive anyway. So you could always use the adhesive from your last kit before you even have to dig into this one. All right. Love and Joy. And now this is where I'm going to bring in my scissors. There's probably a recommendation on here as to how much they want you to cut. Let's see. So we're stamping our greetings. That was step 1. Step 2 was layer and adhere your die cuts and stamp labels, and that's what we're working on now. Step 3, we're going to do 6 inches of ribbon for each tag, it looks like, and 11 inches of silver twine. Okay, so that's for the snowflake and for the cardinal tags. So we have this little measuring tool here, or of course if you have your ruler in your stamp room or your craft room, go for it. So ribbon. Let me see. This is coordinating ribbon. This is also shaded spruce. So let's do 6. All right, and we're going to just loop that through. Or thread through. All right, and then for this one, 11, so 9, 10, 11. All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the, what are they calling it? The twine. This is silver twine. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I hope so. Has a nice shine to it. Just just going to wrap this around here. Okay, and then I'm just going to make a little bow. I don't know how you guys tie your bows. I do 2 loops. I know that that's unusual, but I never did learn how to tie the other way. Okay, and then you could make that as small or as big as you want. I'm not going to fuss with it too much. And then I would just snip off, you know, any extra twine that you don't want there that is a little bit long. So, all right, and then I think we need a couple of sequins. Let's just take a look and see. Yeah, and it looks like they used the white on this one, so I'm going to stick with their instructions. But if silver is your preference, that's cool too. So our little sequin packs that are in here already have adhesive dots on the back of them. So all you need to do is pop it off and put it on your project. Okay, and then you could literally just stick them wherever you feel is good. Gonna do another big one. Okay. All right, super cute. Okay, so there's one. And let me keep that in the shot while I assemble the other ones. So let's do our little Christmas tree. I'm going to do the same thing. All of these are going to go up on the pop dots. I'm glad that they included those in this kit because I do like that they come up off of the tag. Okay. So is there anything behind the tree? No. And of course, if you wanted to add more stamps there, you could. I'm going to keep it exactly as they have it. So we're going to add some dimensionals to the back here. How are you guys doing with your Christmas shopping? Have you started yet? Are you done? I'm kind of right in the middle with Christmas shopping. I have some of the big things out of the way, but I still have some little things to get, and I still need to get like all of my teacher and therapist gifts for Connor's speech and occupational therapists, and I like to go to a local chocolate place to get those. The Pink House. I just love that place. Let's see. So I'm gonna just stick this down. I'm trying to think. I think I want one a little bit higher here. A little bit closer up. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to grab my sentiment here. So this sentiment has a layering piece behind it. This I'm actually going to do just flush. So I'm going to use our adhesive dots for that. Same thing with the adhesive dots. So much easier if you just pop them up off of the paper. So let me do one. These don't have to be perfect because they're going to be hidden behind the tag. I think 3 is good. Okay. Now normally, when I'm assembling Paper Pumpkin off camera, I do this in assembly mode, meaning I lay them all out. I do all the stamping at once. I pop out all of the die cuts all at once, and I assemble everything. I usually do all of the embellishments last, but I cut all the ribbon and then just get everything assembled. So that's, let me just adjust that. That was a little uneven. So at least with the adhesive dots, you know you can correct yourself there. Okay. So I'm going to do dimensionals on the back of here, our layered pieces. a gift for you. We're going to tuck in 2 snowflakes. I'm going to use the adhesive dots for these because these are on the smaller, more delicate side. My mini dimensionals would pretty much show through the snowflake here. Okay, and you can see that even the little snowflakes have the silver foil detailing. I'm not going to put a ton of dots on here. I mean, you could do one on every single branch of the snowflake if you'd want to, but I don't think that we need to do all that. Depends on how much adhesive you feel like you need. There's enough for it to stick. These are going to be so cute on the Christmas gifts this year. I'm going to do one here. My glue dot went rogue there, so let me just fix that real quick. Glue dot, the adhesive dot, glue dots, they're very movable, so you can adjust those. All right, and then let me see how they have theirs. I think they have one up and down, so that's what we'll do. One up, one down. Okay, and then we'll do a couple of sequins. We're going to do silver on this one. Why didn't I pull these both out? Right. Okay. Now, I'm the type of person that would put a sequin, like a sequin right in the middle of the snowflake, and you know that's gonna... I would do the same thing with rhinestones because I just have to. I'm just a centered person. You could also do sequins as ornaments on the tree, and that would be beautiful too. Let's do one more. I'm a more is more. Okay. All right, and then let's go ahead and cut our ribbon. It looks like for the tree, they just have the twine, the silver twine. So let me just, forgive me, I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to loop it through. Thread it. Okay, so there's that tag. And then our next tag is going to be, oh, let's do the deer, the reindeer. We'll do our reindeer. Let It Snow also has a layering piece. Let me just see. Here it is. So this layering piece here that comes with that tag. Okay, so we have Let It Snow. It looks like they have the reindeer's legs between these layering pieces. So let's keep with what their plan is and do that. Now, I am tempted to use my tear and tape because if I have that much going on there, I want a little extra adhesive, but you could still absolutely do the glue dots. The adhesive dots or the dimensionals. I really feel like a strip, and again, this is an optional product, so tear and tape doesn't come in this particular kit. It has come in a past kit, but I'm just going to put this down because that will make me feel better. And again, you know, what you have in the kit is fine, but if you do like to add those little extras, there's an option for you. Okay, let it snow. And then we're gonna put this on top of our sled. And I'm just looking here, and it looks like they have a little red circle behind the deer, but I don't know if I saw that here. So let me just go through real quick and see if I can find that. I have my trees, I have my snowflakes. Let's take a look. My little sprigs. Yeah, I don't know if I see that piece. Oh, here they are. Sorry, everybody. My bad. Okay, so we're gonna put that behind the deer. Okay. Should I do dimensionals for that? I think I want to do dimensionals for that. Yeah, they are. The ones that I'm currently already using. Okay. So I like to stick to instructions because it's easy, but I also have a tendency to start doing my own thing, especially if I'm being impatient and I can't find something and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to do this instead. Let me see where this is positioned kind of like towards the top. So I'm just going to kind of go top middle. And then I'm going to use the mini dots to adhere the deer here. I need to replenish my snail adhesive. I'm getting low. I didn't even get that one out tonight. I have a glue dot stuck to my finger. Okay. Just peeling off those top pieces. Okay, and on these, they have the holly leaves. So I'm going to pop out a couple of our holly leaves. Looks like they use 4. There may even be more than 4, but 4 is what I'm going to go with. Okay. Looks like it's up behind his head. Okay. I love the leaves with the pop-up dimensionals on top of each other. I think that adds a really nice dimensional element. I feel like I should be playing Christmas music or something. I'm going to need to find some free music. I've been wanting to add music to my YouTube videos, and I just have not had time to figure out how to do that yet, and I definitely don't want to get in trouble, so got to find the free music. Let me see. I have this adhesive sticking out just a little bit further than I want it to be. Okay, good. And I would do like a rhinestone eye for the deer if I was adding some extras. And the really cute thing about the sled that they do here is they actually loop the twine through both sides, which that's adorable. So I'm going to just cut around about 11 inches. Going to loop it through. And then I would just put these back in the box once they're all assembled, or if you have a baggie, or if you have a nice storage container, and then you could just get these out and then tie them to your actual gifts when you're ready to give them away. These would be great, like I was saying, for teacher gifts, or if you have like a regular UPS driver, your mailman, neighbors, because it adds like that nice personal handmade touch. Even if it's not like a huge gift, but you are showing appreciation and like a thank you for the year. And now our last tag is going to be our cardinal. So I'm pretty sure I stamped on the wrong piece, but you know what? That's fine. We'll live. Okay, so this one is the one that says peace, and then we're also going to do some more holly here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we'll do some sequins. I want to do some sequins on the deer too. I think I skipped over that. Where are my white ones? Here they are. Right in front of, it's always right in front of your face when you're in your craft room, right? And it's like, where is it? You look for it for 10 minutes. Okay. So let's do just a couple there. And we'll do one down by the bottom. Love it. Just gives it that little bit of sparkle in addition to the foil. Okay, so with this one, basically the cardinal is perched on top of peace, and I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals just like everything else. We're going to pop the holly leaves up on dimensionals again. I didn't even get to use my sprigs. So now, of course, this is just one of each tag. You're going to do a bunch. How many do you get? You actually get, I'm just looking right here, 24 tags. That's fantastic. I know, Kathy, it is so cute. That sleigh tag is adorable. I mean, it is the cutest. Okay, so, but my point is that you get all these lovely extras. This is why I have to do an alternative. I mean, you got to do alternative projects with these because they just give you so many goodies to work with. So, all right, what was I doing? We're going to perch our cardinal right onto this little peace sign. Just getting my dimensionals off there. I'm not an adventurer or an adventurous winter person. Like, I don't go, I typically don't go sledding or skiing. I don't know about you. I'm more of the, I like my feet on the ground. I'll watch somebody else ice skate while I'm drinking hot chocolate kind of person. I don't know what your preference is. I'll just go ahead and admit that right now. But my son, my boyfriend and my son are both very adventurous outdoorsmen. So I have a feeling we're probably going to be taking somebody sledding this year, or snow tubing or something like that. But the sleigh is such a beautiful piece of either holiday imagery or Christmas imagery. We celebrate Christmas. But if people are celebrating other things, it's still a beautiful winter theme. Okay, let's see. This would be actually really cute for like winter birthdays too. I know a lot of people who were born November, December, January, February. This would cover that time frame. And then we have like a lot of like red pops and alternatives that you could just use if you're doing Thinking of You, or if you want to incorporate. What I was thinking about this when I saw it was, I don't know if you're familiar with the Rustic Retreat set. It's one of my favorite sets. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, wow, this would go beautifully with Rustic Retreat. So sometimes it just pops into your mind, things that you know would match well to it. And Rustic Retreat has different sentiments like support and happy birthday. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be peace or, something like that, but you definitely have your option there. Okay, so this tag has silver the silver sequins. So I'm going to put the white ones aside. Hold on to your sequins because those always come in handy. These would be super cute for Valentine's projects too. Just saying. I'm a Valentine's crafty person. So yeah, that will definitely be my jam. And last year, Piper Pumpkin had the cutest Valentine kit. I mean, not to jump ahead. I know people are like not even ready to deal with Christmas, but in my brain, I'm always thinking, how else can I use this kit? So yeah. All right. So I also want to pop my, I want to pop the bird up on a dimensional. I'm not going to use too many. I'm going to see if I can get one right here on the head of the bird without like really it showing through. Let me see. And it's just like, I'm going to perch mine on top of, they have theirs tucked behind. But I think it's okay, right? I mean, I think that looks a little bit more natural actually. I love the little snow that they have in the background there. All right, so we have our little sequins. Again, I would be tempted to give the bird some eyes, but let's see. All right, we have a family of cardinals who live near me. They live in a tree, and they are at our house pretty much every day, like flying around, or we see them perched outside really close. And I know that they say the cardinals are like, once they find their mate, they mate for life, which I think is sweet. So I always see them flying around here. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to pull that through. I'm not going to lie, I did not measure that. I'm sorry. And I'm going to put another one of these around, but I don't think we need all that. So I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with the string this time. And I'm just going to loop that around and tie it here. You don't have to do the double knot. I like to do the double knot because I like it to be secure. You could do this with every tag if you'd want to, but I did want to try to follow the kit as much as I could, but I did kind of go off base there for a minute. So I really just wanted to show you, when I'm doing this with the paper pumpkin kits, I do truly use the paper pumpkin kits myself. It's not something that I'm getting and just trying to push and sell. Paper pumpkin was the very first thing that I started using from Stampin' Up! Just as a customer. And I couldn't believe how much I was using the kits that I was putting together. Like you don't even realize how handy, they come in if you sit down and you spend 45 minutes on a kit, half an hour, 45 minutes, however, much time you have. If you're not making the entire kit, but maybe you're making 5 cards, or maybe you're making 10 cards. Typically it's cards that come in a kit. This month is the gift tags. Sometimes they surprise you with something new and different, which is really cool. Let me just put this here so that we can see all of our tags. I hope you guys can see that. Have I gotten too messy here? Okay, so here they are. I mean, they're really cute and they're really not that complicated. The most complicated thing about putting the paper pumpkin kit together on a Facebook Live is talking, or somehow I feel like I can't talk and tie a knot at the same time. But yeah, so you have a variety here. We didn't even use all of the stamps that they give you. We didn't even use the to from, but you can put the to from on the back of the tag and then handwrite, their names on. So, just something to keep in mind. And then the other thing that we had that we didn't was made with love. So I already have ideas for what I would like to do with this particular stamp because I like to bake. So I'll follow up with you guys on that one, but just really cute project ideas. You'll probably start seeing a lot of really cute alternative projects online, but they are really useful kits. And when you're done, you just pop everything right back into the box and you don't have to worry about it. I know some people are extremely organized with the way that they store their paper pumpkin kits. And I aspire to be like them, but for now, I pretty much keep my kits and everything that comes in the kit inside the box. And then when I want to refer back to it, if I'm going to use it again later, or if I'm going to complete all the projects, I go right back to the box. So I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to comment and hang out with me here today as we made some Christmas tags. I love doing this, and I really appreciate, I just appreciate you being here and hanging out with me. So I don't know if I ever identified myself, so if I didn't, let me do it now. My name is Melinda Hart. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin'Up. Today we were featuring the November 2019 Paper Pumpkin Kit. And if you're interested in getting a Paper Pumpkin subscription, you can certainly sign up. I would highly recommend it. You can get one kit and cancel. You can get kits all throughout the year. It's definitely up to you and your preference. So you could go in and cancel and change your subscription anytime. You could add more than one kit if you would want, or just stick with one. I typically get 2 each month. I like to have a backup just in case. So anyway, December's kit is going to be a little bit of everything. It makes 12 cards, I believe, and it was just a little teaser saying that there's going to be a variety in there. So it's going to be a little bit of everything in the December kit. So, you know, looking ahead to the new year, that would be an awesome gift idea. And you will need to subscribe by December 10th in order to get December's kit. So that's always the cutoff date, is the 10th of every month. And then it ships typically the next day. And you would have it probably around, I would say, the 15th or the 16th, just depending on where you are in the country. So yeah, it would be getting close to Christmas, but you would still have it in time for the holidays. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, Kathy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's so wonderful to have you here hang out with me. I love doing this. I really do. So thank you so much, and have a great night. Bye.